Hey everybody, gonna be working on some carvings live right now. We'll see if this will upload later. We'll try to upload it. It'll probably be uploaded, either this evening or tomorrow if you don't catch the live. But I've got a few bears here that are just ready for some detail work and some paint and things like that. So I figured I'd go live. We finish these two bears up and then maybe we can get into the bird bath. So I'm sure once I get a few people on, we'll recap that anyway. Thank you, RI. Appreciate it. Hang tight 1 second. I gotta check my Wi-Fi connection. I'm having a issue here. It looks like an issue. All right, I'm back. So when I get on my Wi-Fi, it's always like the video pauses and freezes on my end. Hello, boys. Decimes. Yeah, I can't speak that. Bonjour. Yeah, there we go. That's about the only thing I know. So, French, right? Speaking French, I think. I'm assuming. All right. Hey, I gotta grab 2 cans of spray paint. I'll be right back, guys. Don't go anywhere on me. Oh, alrighty. What is up? What is up? So just working on some bears, guys. They're already chainsaw carved like this guy, but there's no, I mean the fur is done and light detail, but I gotta bust out the power tools and add some more, like doing the eyes and around the nose and stuff. Let's see here. There we go. Around the eyes and stuff, I gotta try to write honey in here because this is gonna be a honey pot with his paw in it. I actually just finished another one and was like, you know what? I should just go live with you guys for a little bit today, see who's on, see who's around, and yeah. Had a little rain earlier. I'm hoping it'll hold off while we do this live feed, but the weather has been just crappy the past couple days, and of course it's not very great on my days off from the day job, so makes for a pain in the butt, So you got a few more people on, just working on carvings. Gonna be using the die grinder with the Saburrtooth flame bit. It's a 1/2 inch bit, the green one, green flame bit from Saburrtooth. I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna go in, clean up around the ears, maybe cut into the ears a little bit, and we'll move in, we'll kind of clean up this nose, get rid of any saw lines, throw in some nostrils, tidy up the mouth, get up in here, work on the eyes, do claws and paws, and then we'll come in, clean up the honey pot, and we'll write honey, and then we'll move on to some paint and kind of like finishing the piece up so you guys can see it. What's going on, guys? What's going on? What's up, Jamie? Just working on this guy's face. See if I can get him up here a little bit closer so you guys can see what I just did with that flame bit. Kind of cut the eyes in there. Put like an eyelid, right? Did some stuff with the eyebrows. Sort of just like working on stock bears, so it's basically like just freestyling the face. Now you can get that what is it, crosscutter burr from Saburrtooth, and just do round eyes. I've been kind of liking the idea of just carving them in and making them, I don't know, by hand. That bit though makes it super quick, super easy when I'm doing smaller bears and we're not doing as much detail. I can just boop boop 2 small eyes and call it a day, you know, move on to the next piece. But this one's coming along pretty nice. Gonna move into what is that? I think it's a 3/8 fine grit flame burr. Hey Jennifer, thanks for stopping. Gonna move into this fine grit flame burr though. I think it's a 3/8, and clean up those eyes just a little bit more. Then we'll move into the nails and the paws and all this stuff down here. Alright, that's cleaned up. So that'll be it for carving those eyes. Alright. Gotta go in, start cleaning up those paws. Tell you guys a little story. So like, I don't know, last week, maybe the week before, I think I had I've been carving for about 6 years. I think I might have had my first encounter with another carver that just had a real attitude. Felt like I really stepped on his toes. For all I know, he's subscribed and watching right now. I really don't know. So I won't mention names or anything, but you know, for those of you learning to carve and selling your work and things, just be kind to people. Be nice. You know, if you inadvertently tick people off, you're not meaning to. Maybe some of you are, I don't know. But you don't mean to. There's no point in retaliating and responding the same way they are. You know, take a higher road. Keep in mind, like, if you're looking to sell your work and you've got a business, it's your name. If you want to go on there and look like a jerk and talk like a jerk and act like a jerk, just remember the face of your business is, well, you being a jerk. So anyway, I advertised my work on one of the online things, and he felt I was overstepping in his area, and proceeded to call me out and threatened to sell his pieces in my area, which, go for it, it's a free country. I don't really care. I don't think my work's any better or any worse. And, you know, as far as it goes for him, I do wish him the best, and I hope he makes a lot of money this year. But, you know, like I said, let your actions and your words, you know, hold yourself higher. That's all. That's really it. If you're going to be in direct contact with people, if you know, you feel offended or you feel upset with somebody else doing the same thing as you, take a step back for a minute and breathe. You know, it's not always a personal thing, and I don't think people always get that. It's not personal. Just making art, trying to sell it. You know, like most of you that are learning, that are watching, you're doing the same thing. You're making art and you're hoping to sell it, and if someone else in your area is doing the same thing, you should be encouraging each other, lifting each other up, supporting each other, having each other's back, not getting upset that, you know, you're creating stuff. Everybody's pieces look different anyway. They're never exactly the same, you know. My view on being a carver is to not make pieces that look exactly like somebody else's, because what's the point? You know, people want to buy unique items. Maybe people usually like this style more than that style, and that style more than the other style. So you'll get all kinds of people, and that's why I say my bears don't always look the same, because I understand that the way people shop and the things people look for, they don't always want the same looking stuff, you know? So if every carver created all the exact same style, same looking bears or eagles or whatever, how tough do you think it would be for the new guy coming up to sell? You know what I mean? Like, everybody creates the exact style, the exact fur, the exact face, the exact pattern every single time. You know what I mean? It's thanks, Jennifer. It just yeah, you know, create your art, do you, you know, work on perfecting your piece, work on your personable skills with customers, and being courteous, being polite goes a long way. Even if you don't agree with people or you have a disagreement, it really does. I see I have viewers dropping off. They don't like hearing that. That's all right. That's fine. It's just the truth. It's really the way it is. So I'm going to get back to working on this, though. We're going to get in here and get working on these claws. And get working on that honey pot. What is up? How do I find the Isotune earmuffs? On the internet? I like them. I think you're asking how do I like them. Sean. Right? Sean? I like them, man. Sync right up to my phone when I'm not live. Usually I got music going. And like right now I don't have any music going. Sometimes when I'm live though, I'll bring the iPad out, use the Wi-Fi and sync it up through the Isotune links. That's what these are. I think the link. They work pretty good though. I like them a little bit better than the 3M. I think they're a little more comfortable sometimes. Thanks, Farron Young. Appreciate it. So here's the bear, right? All burnt. Ooh, ah. Got a paw, right? It says honey. So we got to dust them off real quick. So if you guys are new to carving, I always think it's a good idea to, you know, after you sand and stuff, it really is a good idea to blow them off like that, because there's always little fine dust, and if you paint over it, eventually it'll dry out and just fall off the piece, and then you're going to be mad that you have unpainted spots, and that's going to probably drive you nuts, because then you got to go back through and fix them up. A little red in there. Got a dark walnut. I think we're going to do the bear in that, so it won't be all black. Did a black one earlier. We have enough of this. Maybe we can get one knocked out for this color. All right. So if you guys were listening earlier to the story about the other guy giving me a hard time, one of his comments was, chainsaw carving shouldn't be about YouTube. Shouldn't be about getting people to like or watch your YouTube videos. You got it all wrong, kind of thing. And I just thought that was funny. I didn't realize there were guidelines and, you know, these parameters to follow when creating art. I'm just kidding. Not about what he said. I guidelines and parameters, things you gotta follow, create art. I don't know. I think that's kind of comical. Ooh, well, there we go. This is what happens when you leave your paint out. Your tops get froze up. Yeah, they do, Farron. They come right to life, don't they? Throw a little paint on there and it's like, it's alive. It's alive, it's alive. So we use dark walnut, and I just want to put a little bit of black on the nose and sort of blend it into the eyes, just a little. Right? I'm not going for like a super dark up on the top. I like to bring it in though, just a little bit. I'm gonna get paint all on my hands, but whatever. This can's running low. Rah. Boom. Oh man, my belly's rumbling. I gotta get some food here in a little bit. Put a little black on them eyes. So this will have to dry. We'll come back, we'll take the paint off the paws, take the paint off of here, and yeah, he'll be ready for a little paint in the eyes. Let me set him aside. I got another bear, the one with the fish. We're gonna have to clean him up, and then we'll paint him to finish as well. So just so you guys can see, kind of a new style I've been working on. If you guys remember a lot of my other bears, it was very like one cut, but I'm trying to give them more of a forehead and a top. So like this still isn't where I want it to be. I want more of a head up here, but I'm working with short pieces, so I'm trying to cram a lot into a short log. So yeah, that's what's happening. All right, let's do the crazy thing here. I need this dry. Guys, be very careful if you decide to do that, okay? If the paint was just sprayed on and it's still really, really wet, it will go up like a fireball. It'll be like lighting gasoline, okay? So, be really careful. Let's see here. Boom. Next fella. So, we got a fish, we got two paws, one leg. Apparently the other leg is, I don't know, in there somewhere. Just kind of came out that way. What are you gonna do, right? I'll get my dust mask on, and we'll go back to the 1/2-inch flame bit. I got some more people, so I'll just let you guys know what I'm using. 1/2-inch green flame burr from Saburrtooth. Hey, Carving Kevin. What's up, man? Thanks for stopping. 1/2-inch green flame bit from Saburrtooth. We're gonna go through, round up our ears, kind of clean that up. His eyes are already done, but I'm going to use a finer bit and kind of just refine them a little smoother. We got to do some nostrils, clean up the mouth, and then we'll move into the stuff down here. And oh, I got to grab a bit. I got to grab another tool in a minute though, because we got to put some scales in that fish, really bring them to life. So let me get these corners all cleaned up here quick, and then I'll show you guys how I do fish scales in a few minutes. Not sure how well you guys can see, but right here, his paw is gripping the fish. Right? So his paw's gripping the fish. So I'm making an undercut with those fingers. So we're kind of undercutting, giving it a little more of a three-dimensional look, because I mean, that's what we're carving, right? Three-dimensional pieces. So just a little tip, if you have that flame bit, you don't have to try to do it with the chainsaw. You can come back through with your flame burr and undercut things that are overlapping other things. So like the hand overlaps the fish. So you get around the nails and the fingers and you cut just underneath it. You know, like my arm rounds. So that's what you're cutting, you know what I mean? Until it touches something. You're cutting this space right here. Hopefully that makes sense. I hope you guys add detail to pieces and stuff. Hey, thanks. Yeah, I like his expression. He's fun. I like the way his snout and stuff came out. The other one's got a little bit longer snout that we were working on a minute ago, but... Alright, so I'm gonna finish up these claws down here and this paw that's sticking out flat. We'll come in, we'll get these fins cleaned up with this burr, and then I gotta grab one of my cross cutter burrs, and then we'll start getting in, doing some scales on this fish and kind of cleaning them up, and then we'll move into some paint. Yeah, Kevin, I have, oh man, I've had them last for a little while. This one's July 2020, but I've got another one I've had for at least 2.5 years. It all depends on what you mean by last, you know, so you're spending like 50, 60 bucks on them. I buy them because I can have 2, 3, 4 of them, all with different bits ready to go, and I don't have to keep changing bits out, and it really helps with production and working on different pieces. Same thing with on-site work. They're ready to go. I don't have to waste any time swapping out bits. If I know what I'm going to be using and doing, I can just have them set and go. So that's why I end up buying those. I wish I made hundreds of thousands of dollars and I could just buy like 6 name brand ones, you know, for big money, but I just can't right now. Ah, that stinks. Yeah. Well, you know, even if you go name brand, it's not gonna give you a hard time, you know. Name brand usually lasts longer. Usually you get a good warranty. The Harbor Freight, if you buy the Harbor Freight, anybody else that's watching, just pay for the warranty. All right, just pay for it. You know, I've had them burn out in 6 months. I did. The first one I had burned out in 6 months. Didn't buy the warranty, so that was a pile of garbage. And then I've had other ones last me a little bit longer. Hold on 1 minute. I got somebody walking up, guys. Hey, how's it going?
How are you?
Good. I got a camera going here live.
Don't work. We're just speaking into there. All right, no problem. Thanks, man. Yeah. I'll come down to you about a project.
Yep. A customer looking at the carvings here that are...
Oh, I thought it was real.
Oh, yeah. Scared. All right, man. I'll be out here today. One of the neighbors. All right, so I'm gonna finish up these paws here on its last leg, though. Could be just your brushes. Might need new brushes for it, Kevin. That's always a thing too. Sometimes, I mean, I don't know your situation with it. You know, it could be your bearings and stuff, depending on, you know, what's going on. But sometimes if they're cutting on and off kind of thing, sometimes it's just the brushes. The Harbor Freight ones give you an extra set of brushes, and they just go in here in these sides that twist in and out, which I'm not gonna monkey with because it's plugged in. I did have one fall out the other day, and I never did tighten it. Now I'm wondering, oh, it must have been this one. We'll just tighten that up just a little bit. Well, I was gonna let you guys go, but the neighbor decided he'll come back later. Oh well, no big deal. All right, so these paws and claws. And so I also want to, so like I was talking about with the fingers here, cleaning up, I'm going to try to do that with the fish and these other fingers so that the fish looks not so much the same piece, right? So when he's holding different things, or your bear's doing different stuff, or whatever you're doing, if they're holding something, you don't want it to blend as if it's the same piece. You want it to look like you carved a separate piece. Yeah, bearings are going. I probably wouldn't even mess with it. That's a bummer. But hopefully it's made you a few dollars. In the meantime, I always try to set aside a fund, like a tool fund. Now I, have a general idea what tools are going to cost. So if something burns out, you can go get another. I just got a new chainsaw, which is super exciting. Haven't even used it yet, but I got a new MS 271. Had some money aside in my fund, and really did not want to buy a saw this year. But the 250 wasn't oiling. Yes, I could have took time to, mess with it and all that, but I didn't have time. I got too much stuff going on. I'd rather take it over to my local guys, help out a local small business that's also a steel dealer, and yeah, it's good connections, you know what I mean? So left it with them, and then I came home with a 271 that I bought. So it was more money than I wanted to spend, but what are you gonna do, right? It just happens. On top of that, I like buying chainsaws, so yeah, sorry to my wife who could watch this. She already knows. She knows. I have a chainsaw problem. I got like 10 or 11 saws, and I work them through a rotation carving. You do not need that many. That you really don't. If you're just starting and you're like, hey, what chainsaw should I get? Right? What should you get for a first chainsaw? While we're on this chainsaw topic, an MS 170. Cheap, easy to work on, easy to mess with, great starter saw to get you into it. You go ahead when you're ready, and before you even turn it, well, you can do the dime tip bar thing on it before you get a second saw. Learn how to change, so you order up a kit, right? You can get right from steel dealer. I know everybody uses different people. I just deal with steel. It's what I do. Somebody will call me a snob, that's fine, whatever. But I just go to steel, tell them, hey, I want to put a carving bar on my MS-170. They give you a quarter pitch sprocket. They give you a 12-inch dime tip bar and quarter pitch carving chain, okay? Whole kit, 140, 150 bucks. You swap it over. So you swap them back and forth, back and forth. So you can block everything out with your regular bar that comes with it. Set them all aside. Then put your detail bar on, and then do all your detail work. And then after you sell some pieces and you make some money, go get yourself a bigger saw. I jumped to the MS-250, and I love it. I blocked out a ton of stuff with it stock, and I had another carver tell me, hey, did you know the stock sprocket of the MS-170 fits? I said, no. He said, well, if you put the stock sprocket on from the MS-170, which is all smaller stuff, runs 43 gauge chain. The 250 I had was running 50 gauge chain. The saw will cut much faster. Yeah, she's understanding to a point. She is to a point. But that thinner bar and chain and stuff cuts quite a bit faster, and I really, really like it for small to medium blocking and some detail work. Yeah, there you go, 150 bucks. I know new, they're around 170, like 169, 179. Sometimes you can find them on sale 149, 159, brand new, but it's at the dealer, and it's got to be like a certain time of year. They'll make they'll do a deal, but brand new, no, never had gas in it, same thing. Also, if you buy steel from the dealer, ask them how to get the 2-year warranty. Buy a little 6-pack of oil, and instead of a 1-year warranty, you get a 2-year. So, sometimes. Alright, I gotta quit talking. Let's get this thing done. Getting them cleaned up. Kevin, we're talking about Harbor Freight tools. I just got myself this angle grinder here. This thing runs pretty nice. The Bauer with the pedal switch. If you guys are learning to carve, this is the one you guys should have. A pedal switch. Oh yeah, pedal switch angle grinder. That way there, when that edge catches and that thing rips out of your hand, it just turns off. The ones I always use, like all the other ones, are super, super unsafe. Oh, we're gonna hit this quick with a torch, and then I gotta go grab a bit to do the scales on our fish here. Alright, hang tight. I'll be right back, guys. So, let's see. Swap one of these guys out. I'm going to grab my other die grinder and put it in that one. Since how I'm not really using this one today, I got my smaller bit in there. So we're going to do some fish scales. Fish scales. Alright, this is cross cutter burr from Saburrtooth. I don't know, it's the bigger one they offer. Alright. Mine's getting clogged up, but it happens. You can torch it, brush it, clean it, scrub it. Stuff you should do. I got to work on some owls in a little bit. So that's why I'm just putting it back in my... This one I usually just keep eye cutters in there. Cross cutter burr. That's from Saburrtooth. That's what it's called. Cross cutter. Well, I hope you guys are all having a good day. Thanks for the thumbs up, guys. I appreciate it. I really do. So, we're going to make scales, right? We're going to come in at an angle, not straight, angle. Start front, kind of do an offset pattern. Work your way down. Don't just do lines though. Kind of do one and do one in and one back, and then sort of fill it in. You want it to look natural, not like, you know, a man-made pattern. It can be tough. I'll probably goof it up, but we'll see. see here. Move into some color. Some color. Thanks for the thumbs up, guys. So you got a few more on there. You guys are awesome. I appreciate it. And I think I already tried this can. Oh, it is working now. Ooh, and sprayed my hand. Try and clean that nozzle off. Oh, I want to hit that face quick. I like to have a little burn on the nose there, so it's not just like super white wood. And this brush was left out in the rain, so that's all soaked. Darn it. You know, living in town can be tough with all the noise, but it's awesome seeing people drive by slow and want to see the carvings I got out front and stuff. It's always cool. So spray paint not only brings your piece to life, also can hide little mistakes for you. Make little cracks or little things just kind of fade away into the color. You got to be a little more attentive to detail when you do carvings that people want just burnt, because you really can't hide your mistakes. You know, you got to glue in a new piece, carve it away, try to make it match. All doable stuff, but you know, a little more of a pain in the butt sometimes. This can's about had it. Let them get the nose done here. Maybe. Oh my gosh, come on, just a squirt here. Give me just a squirt. Alright, well, that's gonna be that. Calling that guy done. That can's out. I don't know. Do we want to leave that fish wood or paint it? I think I'm going to grab some green. I don't know. Maybe some blue. I don't know. We'll grab something. We're going to paint that fish up. That's what we're going to do. We're going to paint the fish. We're going to paint the fish. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Don't worry, I'm back. I'm back. So we're gonna do a, I don't know, we're gonna try to do a pattern on this fish with green and blue here. We're gonna spray it green. We're gonna put some blue over it and see if we can peel it away in a little bit of a design, just for something different. Then we'll clean everything up after. That's blue. Try grabbing the right colors here. Green first. Get this guy done. I gotta move on to my owl order. Oh, look at that green. That's a bright green. I thought it was darker. Oh well, be alright. Okay. I mean, that green is cool by itself. Jeez Louise. It's bright. I like it. I'm not worried about overspray. I'll hit it all with a little bit of black. You know, when I decide to get a new can. Whew. Skadoosh. That's what I'm talking about. I want that kind of dry before I go spraying the blue. So we'll let that sit a minute. In the meantime, we're going to grab this paper bag here. Some of it. Crinkle this up. Oh look, there's 3 of you. 3 of you are going to get this fun little thing. This works well on really well sanded pieces, so I have no idea how this is going to work on this thing. But I want this all crinkly. And then undo it. Alright, see? Cool beans. I've never done this on a fish. I've done this on regular paper, so. Oh yeah, we're definitely gonna have to do black again. That just screwed that all up. Oh, crud. It's alright. Alright, we gotta let it dry. It's gotta dry a little. Maybe just a quick little dry thing going. Nope, not gonna work. It's not smooth enough. Dang it. I was hoping it would peel some of the blue off and leave like a crinkly pattern sort of design, but it didn't really work out that way. Oh well. Tried something different. Oh wait, worked on the blue there a little bit. Getting some of that green back off here. Alright. Don't worry, I'll pick it up later. That won't stay out here. But here's like the color of our fish. Alright. Might be just enough black left in this can. Okay, alright. Come on, paint. Alright. That last can kind of turned everything gray, huh? Jeez. That one's out. Yep. There he is. He's got his green little fish. It's missing a tail. He kind of bit off it, you know? bit off it just a little. Let's see, throw a little. There, that's where he bit the tail. There's that red. Oh yeah. Now it looks like a bite mark. Ha! So, yeah, I gotta set this aside. Because I want to clean this up, but the paint's still super fresh. Let's go back to the bear we started with. Guys, remember the bear with the honey pot? If you're all still here. Man, what time is it? I don't have my watch on. Been on here almost an hour and a half, huh? Farting around. That's what my wife says I'm doing out here. I'm just farting around. Okay. So, basically with this guy, we just gotta sand all this down so just the honey is red. Get my gloves on. A little bit of rain. Honey pot, honey pot, honey pot. So the next big thing with a honey pot is how do you get some honey in there, right? I'm gonna show you a little trick. Don't go anywhere. Alright, so I want a little bit of honey like oozing out. What I'm gonna do is use this Gorilla Glue. Now usually I know like I use this for repairs, okay? It's that color. Looks like honey when it's in this state. We'll put a little in and we'll be done with the piece, you know, for a few hours, but it'll foam up, it'll bubble, it'll, you know, do its thing. We'll have some ooze out over the side here. And then once it's fully dry, I'll come back with some paint and a brush and I will paint all of it like a yellow honey color because this is super light. It just doesn't, you know, look like honey, but it'll give us a nice look like it's oozing over the honey pot after it dries. So I don't do a ton. I just do it in like layers. So I'm just gonna put some in there. So it'll be like on his paw, maybe a little on his paw even. And I'm gonna bring it up to the side a little. A bunch right here. And let it run down. So you see the run? It'll probably run all the way down the side. But we'll let it do that. Let it do its thing. Come back. I'll be able to come back in a few hours. You guys won't be here probably by the time this dries. But we'll let it do its thing. It'd be awesome if it stayed there and looked this color, but it's just not how it works. This does expand to like 4 times its size, so this will be a bigger goop of stuff. But yeah, that's it. So I'm actually going to move this piece in the shop because I'm getting some sprinkling rain, which is total pain. But yeah, Baron honey pot. Done skis. Except for his eyes. But I'll do his eyes once we get a coat of clear on him. Once he's ready for clear, we'll paint some eyes. That way everything's good and dry. Little bear with a fish. I tend to try and get a lot of pieces done at once so I can just do all their eyes at once. You guys got any questions? I'm gonna go here in a minute. We've been on here for a while. Kind of just hanging out, working. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. One of these days we'll do some live carving, actual chainsaw carving. Just trying to find time. I'm working on stock here, but I do have a couple orders and furniture pieces I need to work on, so there'll be some videos for those. The order I do have to work on, that obviously I'm not going to get to in this video right now live, is the owl bird bath. I don't know. I think I'm going to actually, we'll see. Maybe we'll get off the live feed here. I got to grab a snack, take a break. Maybe we'll go live in a few more minutes and, well, in a few. I'll come back on live in a few and we'll work on the owl because I still need some chainsaw work done on that. But I got to see if I can get the camera set up because I need a full video as it's a custom carve. So we'll see what happens. Maybe we'll be live in a few minutes. Thanks, Jennifer. Yeah, they came out pretty good. I like these little guys. I like them. So keep an eye out, guys. Maybe we'll go live in a couple more minutes and we'll work on the owl bird bath. Thanks, Kevin. You too, man. Keep carving. Everybody stay safe. Use your head. Keep your saws sharp. Don't forget those chaps. And grip them and rip them. We'll see you guys later.